What's going on to all my movie fans out there, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot back again with a brand new movie review, and today we're discussing a new drama by the name of Wolf, a movie I'm really excited to share my thoughts with you all and let you know if it's worth checking out in theaters on December 3rd, all in this spoiler-free review. Before we break it all down, quick call to action, make sure you're checking me out on all my other social media accounts. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, and as you can see on the screen now, if you enjoyed the review, we'll make sure to like and share the review, but also leave some thoughts in the comments. Once you've seen the film, your pros, your cons, let's have some dialogue about it in the comments below. So going into Wolf, I saw the trailer a couple months ago, very intrigued. Number one, I'm a George MacKay fan. I thought he was great in 1917, but it was in the trailer that really kind of piqued my interest. Okay, I know that there are people in our real world that do have this I can't think of the actual disease. I'll leave it on the screen now, but there are people that do think they're animals. So I really want to kind of see, what does the film have to say about those people? How did they get in that position? Do they break out of it? Do they stay in that mindset? So that was really my kind of intrigue about this film. So let's kick things off with my positives. And I gotta say, seeing the trailer and knowing that George MacKay was in this film, he did not disappoint for me. I thought that he was fantastic. He was the best part of the film, if I'm being honest. Not only does he transform himself into a wolf in this film, like I can only imagine the hours he spent in researching how to walk like a wolf, how to howl like a wolf, and all the different stuff like that. So that stuff, the body transformation, and just kind of put himself in like what a person who thinks they're a wolf would look like. He's great in that, but it's the Jacob character. He is a young man that is struggling to figure out who he is. Is he a boy? Is he a wolf? Can he be two of the same? I love the journey that he goes on in this film, but also his chemistry with Lily Rose Depp, who I have been pretty impressed with. I've seen only 2 other movies of hers, one being The King with Timothée Chalamet, very small role, but something I remembered, and she was in this really, it was either this year or last year. It's called The Voyagers. It was like a YA sci-fi movie. The film was terrible, but she was actually pretty solid in it, and she continues that momentum in this film as she plays a person that's in this clinic, and she is a young girl that believes she's a cat. So just seeing her and Jacob kind of fall into this friendship that becomes something a little bit more serious, and just seeing if they can coexist with one another was a really good story within the film. And then there's another character by the name of the zookeeper, who's one of the lead doctors in this clinic, who's played by Paddy Considine. I'm telling you all right now, the zookeeper is a terrible human being. His methods is, okay, if you believe you're a squirrel, let me see you climb that tree. Not like a human, but like a squirrel. If you don't do so, he's going to punish you. So there is a lot of hatred that I have for that character. But Paddy, I've always been a fan of his as an actor. He's like absolutely fantastic. You are going to hate him in this film once you all see it. So I thought that those 3 main performances were fantastic. And I thought the film was truly at its best when it explored the thing that intrigued me in this film was, okay, we see this clinic, we meet these other characters, girl that thinks she's a horse, a boy that thinks that he's a golden retriever. What gets them in that mindset? How are they as people? What was it that happened to them at a young age? And when the film focuses on that, I think that that's when the film has the best dramatic elements, some of the best performances. But then that leads me to my criticisms, because there's just not enough of that in the film. There's really not a overall arc for a lot of our characters. And yes, we get like this ending that, I don't want to spoil anything, that, gives our main character an arc. But what about the other characters? How'd they get in that position? Why are we learning more about this disease and how people can maybe learn to coexist with this disease or kind of come back into society? So I don't think the film focused too much on that narrative, as well as I thought the direction was just kind of very stagnant. I didn't feel like there was much flair or, again, not much to say about this particular disease that these people are suffering with in this film. And the only thing that the film really kind of gives you is kind of, in a way, animal cruelty, because again, these characters, these actors, they're portraying, these characters are portraying themselves as animals, and we're seeing these people doing these crazy methods, treating them very terribly. But I just wish the film had more to say than just showing you how people that are in the position of the doctors, how they think that they are stupid or incompetent or just terrible people because they think that they're animals, not really diving deep into why they think that way. So I thought the film had a huge missed opportunity to really explore the psyche of these characters and really flesh out the psychology of how these people think they're animals. So I thought the film kind of had a huge missed opportunity in that narrative. So overall, before I give you my thoughts, if you haven't already, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Wolf does have a fascinating premise with some really good performances performances, but unfortunately it drops the ball on really exploring what makes these people do what they're doing and really kind of get into the headspace of how they can maybe be, how they can maybe break out of that cycle, how they can maybe coexist with society. It really doesn't explore that element, which is kind of a disappointment for me. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Wolf a 2.8 out of 5. I don't think it's something you have to rush out to go see in theaters, but hey, if it is available on a Netflix, on Hulu, and you want to maybe see a really good performance and a really interesting concept but doesn't execute the concept, then maybe give it a watch. But if not, I don't think you're really missing anything. But that's just my thoughts. If you all have seen Wolf, let me know your positives, let me know your negatives, and let's have some dialogue about it in the comments below. If you stuck around to this point in the video, I appreciate every single one of you all. Before you leave, make sure if you haven't already to like the video, share the video, comment below, and of course subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my future reviews. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Hope you're staying safe. As you can see on the screen now, subscribe to my channel, check out my other content, and we'll catch you in the next video.